A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 11, verses 15 to 26. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Jesus delivered a man from a demon that had kept him speechless. The demon gone, the man started talking a blue streak, taking the crowd by complete surprise. But some from the crowd were cynical. "Black magic," they said. "Some devil trick he's pulled from his sleeve." Others were skeptical, waiting around for him to prove himself with a spectacular miracle. Jesus knew what they were thinking and said, "Any country in civil war for very long is wasted. A constantly squabbling family falls to pieces. If Satan cancels Satan, is there any Satan left? You accuse me of ganging up with the devil, the prince of demons, to cast out demons. But if you're slinging devil mud at me, calling me a devil who kicks out devils, doesn't the same mud stick to your own exorcists? But if it's God's finger I'm pointing that sends the demons on their way, then God's kingdom is here for sure. When a strong man, armed to the teeth, stands guard in his front yard, his property is safe and sound. But what if a stronger man comes along with superior weapons? Then he's beaten at his own game, the arsenal that gave him such confidence hauled off and his precious possessions plundered. This is war, and there is no neutral ground. If you're not on my side, you're the enemy. If you're not helping, you're making things worse. When a corrupting spirit is expelled from someone, it drifts along through the desert looking for an oasis. Some unsuspecting soul it can bedevil. When it doesn't find anyone, it says, "I'll go back to my old haunt." On return, it finds the person swept and dusted, but vacant. It then runs out and rounds up 7 other spirits dirtier than itself, and they all move in, whooping it up. That person ends up far worse than if he'd ever gotten cleaned up in the first place. The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with God, and I am Father Jose Kuti Matthew. Today, on the 10th of October, we reflect on the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 11, verses 15 to 26. Fill our souls with Spirit. In today's Gospel, Jesus faces an accusation. His enemies claim that his power to cast out demons comes not from God, but from the prince of demons. Unable to oppose him by truth, they resort to slander. Yet Jesus responds with clarity. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Evil does not destroy evil. Rather, when demons are expelled, it is the sign that God's reign is breaking in and Satan has been defeated by one stronger, Christ the Lord. From this passage, we are taught several truths. First, slander is a weapon of the helpless. When we cannot defeat someone by honest means, we may be tempted to twist their actions or motives. How often do we assume the worst, repeat malicious words, or harm reputations with gossip? The Gospel calls us to examine ourselves honestly, for such sins corrupt and destroy both community and one's own soul. Second, the kingdom of God is revealed not in words alone, but in lives healed and made whole. Jesus came not only to save souls, but to bring full restoration, body, mind, and spirit. Wherever love overcomes hatred, health replaces brokenness, and grace restores sinners, the kingdom is present. Finally, Jesus warns us there is no neutrality in spiritual life. A heart swept clean but left empty will not remain so for long. Evil returns unless goodness fills the space. To resist sin is not enough. We must fill our lives with prayer, charity, and virtue. As a garden must be planted with flowers to keep out weeds, so must our souls be filled with the Spirit to keep out darkness. Let us then not stand aloof, but choose Christ daily, allowing His Spirit to dwell richly within us, so that the kingdom of God may grow in us and through us.